Hi. So first of all, very good morning to everybody present here, especially the chair, secretary, sir, and all my fellow colleagues. Um, so I'll straight away jump from the point. I'll cover broadly 3 points and then I'll hand over to my friend Amir, right? First is about the vision. So the vision, which is the overarching goals that we're talking about, they've been very generically framed, like in a very generic and in an open-ended fashion, which is a good thing, right? Because 20 years down the line when we actually reach 2047, you never know how situations change, so they have to be very generic. But at the same time, what we need to realize is that till the time they're generic, you won't be able to pinpoint and focus on targeted goals. Apart from having very generic goals, such like targeted goals in a time oriented fashion. Okay, in the next 3 months we want this, okay, in the next 1 year we want this, in the next 15 years our target is to probably increase the number of Supreme Court judges to, let's say, 50, something of that sort. Right now, it's all very crude. But one suggestion that we have is that everything should be in a very time specific manner, or else it will get lost somewhere down the line. Now, 2 points that I had to cover is that the action points, especially, right, which need to be extremely very targeted, are highly prospective, as in they're very solution oriented. Of course, we need solutions here, but at the same time, we also need to focus on the problems. Where does the problem arise? When we are talking about pending backlogs, what is the issue? Issues, of course, have been highlighted. There's been a long list of literature, lots of research is done. One thing that I feel is a small problem in this research that we're doing, it is not state specific. The solutions which come, the problems, the causes which are highlighted are very generalized in the sense that they're very country overarching, like the entire country is facing from these issues, therefore they'll be solved in this manner. The issues are very state specific. You never know which state is facing which issue, which has led to backlog, right? First step is the need to identify problems. Is it the quality of judges, the quantity of judges, the number of courts, or the infrastructure of courts? Multiple causes can be there. We need to identify which cause is affecting which state, and then we need targeted action towards that. The solution will be twofold, right? First of all, we need research, a more detailed empirical research to get to the core of the problem and actually realize as to what is happening, right? And I don't know if this actually makes sense, but a student oriented research system can also be very helpful in this area. Second is that one thing that we can probably work upon, I might not be the best person suggesting this, but it comes to my head, is that we need to have a state specific incentive scheme to clear especially backlogs, right? uh, like the government recently has been working on different areas with such incentive schemes. Key state, if you're able to do this, we'll give you this. Probably the incentive can be monetary or otherwise, but we need incentives that if you clear this much of backlog, these are the resources, this is the amount that you're going to get, or resources that you're going to get, or certain privileges that a particular state is going to get. Second, a small point is about legal education, which I think we can share about. uh, there is a high degree of discrepancies in law schools, right? In terms of the course that we're doing, in the method that we're doing. Let's say the teaching methodology is very different, and the net outcome is also slightly different, not very different, but the difference is cognizant, right? You can see. And as far as I've interacted with my friends from different law schools, we see that the thing that we're getting out of it is very different. I think there's a greater need for standardization, so that ultimately when we enter into the sphere of judiciary or into the actual legal world, we're not very differently placed and we're on the same page. Last point is the lucrativity of judiciary in the current scenario. Uh, I am just a first year student, so I might not be the best person again to talk about this. Many of my seniors sitting here will be at a better position. How lucrative is judiciary as a career option in India right now? As far as my limited experience, my limited interactions with my seniors has been, it is not a very lucrative option. And I think we need students from the best law schools of the country serving in the Indian judiciary. For that to happen, there is a need for greater awareness. There is a need for us to tell students why judiciary is one of the best options for you to come and join, why we need you. So for that, we need greater awareness programs and greater incentive schemes again. So that'll be it from my side. Amir will take a minute more.